Good,
morning.
good morning.
Good morning, patience.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Charlie. Good morning,
Good
LT.
morning.
How you guys doing this morning? Good morning, Andre. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Derek.
Yes.
Good morning. Uh, good morning, Tara and Yusuf and Shabet. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today's topic is going to be about how to hire a coach. So this is going to be a pretty interesting conversation. I know a lot of times coming from a coach is going to be, it's always say, of course that's what you say. Of course you say hire a coach, right? But we've been having lots of conversations, and I'm sure you guys have had conversations with people before. And the secret to the sauce is always hiring someone to mentor you or coach you so that you can get to where you want to go faster. There's really not any secrets. It's just the experience, right? I taught you guys probably a couple years ago when we were talking about how long does it take to master something. So it definitely takes 10,000 hours to master something. So if you worked 8 hours a day, 22 days a month, um, for 12 months a year, it would take you 5 years to master something. So the whole idea of hiring a coach is to hire someone who's already mastered the process so that they can get you to where you want to be faster. So that's what today's conversation is going to be about. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about beforehand, before we get started? Good morning, Miss Naisha. Good morning, Benitra. Hey, AK. How are you?
Good morning.
Morning, y'all.
So this is going to be an open conversation. We will have a role play so that when you get ready to have that conversation and hire the right coach at the right time, you will know that what you're going to, what that conversation should sound like. And just know that if I don't get any volunteers, then I'll just pick someone, right? So having this conversation with a coach is sometimes good, right? Because I can really help you understand what the value of having a coach in your life is. But you guys tell me being where you are in your business, um, grow. What is it that you need to make that next step? And how many of you guys, especially the people who are not part of CRE Elite, do you have some type of mentor in your life that is helping you get to the next level?
No.
Okay. So, AK, I'll talk to you, right? So, um, right now, what is your environment, your productive environment? This is going to be a real transparent conversation, and I want you guys not to hold anything back because you're going to help the next person make the best decision of their life, right? So we know that every great person has a coach, right? Even LeBron, even the best basketball player, the best baseball player, everybody has someone guiding them and directing them in one direction. So, what is the productivity environment where you are, AK?
The environment of my current team or broker.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. After listening to you guys a while, it's kind of almost like it's a sale thing. It's not really teaching growth. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think it's right now. I'm starting to see, and I hope I'm not over speaking because I love the brokerage. Um, but I'm not seeing the comparison with you guys, seeing the growth and showing how to grow an agent. You know, because that's one thing that I always thought about in some of these sales positions, not just as real estate, but even as a roofer or whatever. A guy can go through and he can sell his ass off and make $100,000 in 1 year, but if he don't know how to grow his business and how to file his taxes and something like that, in the next 2 or 3 years, he's gonna go back to a 9 to 5 because of the security and everything he's used to. So, I would say right now to answer your question, I think it's just more about the sales driven, getting the numbers in there, and I want a little bit more than that.
Okay, and we don't have to speak about where you are. It's okay. We can just say that. So the problem I have with sales, and the reason why we are structured the way that we are structured, is because if I don't know how to sell, then I cannot get to the numbers, right? I cannot get to the place, and so I have to have that environment that helps me to grow. And I'm real big in knowing that there's really an underlying issue why most people cannot perform. But coaching is 90%. I'm gonna say 80%. Coaching is really 80% accountability and 20% systems and the knowledge that you need, right? The difference between a coach and a mentor and a trainer. So I had this conversation with someone yesterday, and they called me on the phone and they asked me, they was like, Janelle, we have a mentor in our office and we have a trainer in our office. So what's the difference between a mentor, a trainer, and a coach? So I said that a trainer is a person who gives you the knowledge. They give you the instruction, the history behind what's the purpose, right? So when you got into real estate, you went to real estate school, and they gave you the purpose of why you were here, the things that you kind of need to know, but nobody gave you. A mentor is a person who you have is your go-to person to ask a question if you do not know something. But a coach is a person who takes you from A to Z. The coach is the person with the answers and the equipment that you're going to need. So the systems, the models, the not necessarily the training, because you should already have had the training. It's going to give you the next step. So I take the guesswork out of what you do. If you know how to go out, you know how to show houses, you know how to use your super key, you know how to write a contract, you know how to do that stuff. That's all training. But if you want to go out and you want to be a specialist in something and you want to raise your numbers, that's what a coach does. Because I'm going to tell you, instead of you saying, well, go meet 10 people, follow up with 10 people, do this, do that, I'm going to give you all of the systems that make it work, right? I'm going to tell you exactly where to get your leads from. I'm going to tell you exactly who to talk to. I'm going to tell you how to talk to them. I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to tell you to go do the work. But someone who still would have had to train you in what real estate is all about. So that's the difference between all three, right? A mentor really is a person who answers your questions if you need some help, but they're not there to hold your hand and guide you and take you to that next step. That's what a coach does. So if you're in that environment, what do? Do you switch brokerages or do you hire a coach? Could you hire a coach where you are?
Yes.
Is it so? A lot of people don't hire coaches because they don't want the financial investment, right? There is a financial investment in being a coach, in hiring a coach. But it's also every great real estate agent that you guys know and you've seen online, they actually have one. So coaching takes you to the next level. So some of the
I don't
people
know
who
where
are
the line is.
in coaching, I don't know, somebody's phone is
No, I
hot.
don't want self checkout. I'm here for a pickup.
That's Shannon. Hold on. Shannon, mute your phone.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. So for the people who do have a coach, what is the benefit of having one? So that you can help the people who do not have one.
You don't have to guess.
They
You don't have
oh
to guess. Um, You don't have to try to figure it out and waste time on figuring it out. You could just get straight to business.
They help you get out of your own head, help you plan the things that you're maybe battling with. They help you see the right direction for your business and the growth that you see for your that you set for yourself.
So
For
it helps
me,
you
it
get out.
gives me a guide. It gives me a guide because sometimes I'm just all over the place. I don't know where I should be, and it kind of guides me in the right direction. For me, a coach is kind of like holding my hand and just showing me step by step what to do, how to do it.
And holding you accountable.
Right, holding me accountable. Right.
Yes.
I
So there's some good.
think
There's some good
helping them
things.
execute,
Go ahead.
and giving a call back to make sure they
Yeah, I was having a conversation with some agents for this last couple of weeks, right? And so one thing I have seen, which is all across the board, is that we get ready to get ready. A lot of agents do a lot of preparation. You know, I'm going to get this done, and I can't go out and I can't do the work until I get my presentation together. I can't go out and I can't do my work until I have all my marketing material, and I can't go out and I can't do this because I got to have my shirts and my prints and my cards, and I got to have all of this stuff. So nobody moves the needle, right? And so every day, you guys have to think about this as a real estate agent. We can never mistake movement for achievement. So if you're doing a bunch of stuff and at the end of the day it does not equal a dollar, then you did not sell any real estate today. You just was actively in the market. So there's a difference between a salesman and a person who sells real estate. I know that sounds crazy, right? But a person who sells real estate is just a person who has a real estate license. They can sell if they want to. But a salesman makes sure that their numbers are being met every single day. So if you are tracking your business, you're not scaling your business, you will not be able to make any money. You do not necessarily, I'm going to be real honest with you guys today. You do not need all of that stuff to sell real estate. People buy you before they buy your product. If you learn sales skills and you learn that there's a numbers game in this thing, if I get in front of enough people, I will sell them anything because they're buying me, not my product. So if I talk to enough people, I tell people about what I do, then I will eventually get a client. So the more people I talk to, the more people I will work with. So how many people every day are we just talking, are we just going to places? We also have people who go to training a lot. So we go into the office and we go to every training that they offer. I'm always at training. How many of you guys are in that position right now? So everybody on here is doing really great and they're killing their number.
I'm not.
I'm not.
So if we're not meeting our numbers, what mistakes do we find ourselves making? What problems are we finding ourselves making every single day? Now that I just told you what you should be doing on a daily basis. As a real estate agent, you should be having at least 100 real estate conversations a day. You should have marketing going out. And when I say real estate conversations, I do not mean walking and talking to 100 people. You should have 3 ways that you're lead generating, and there's 5 major ways to lead generate. If you can have a system that's communicating with a certain amount of people. You can have social media that's communicating with a certain amount of people. You could be physically talking to a certain amount of people, and you could have your bot talking to another certain amount of people. So how many real estate conversations are we having every day?
Not
That's
enough.
right. This right here is scary, right? And this is what happens to the real estate world. So this is my job as a real estate coach is to break the statistic, right? The statistic is real. 87% of the people who get in real estate get out because they're going to go get a 9 to 5 because they need to be able to learn how to take their corporate hat off and put their entrepreneur hat on. And they don't have any daily activities that are getting them to the dollar. And in every state, no matter where you are, the average real estate agent sells 5 houses in 24 months. And it's the reason why is because they didn't have enough conversations about real estate. Another thing that a coach does is they teach you your conversion rate. So if you track your conversations and your activity for 30 days, you will be able to tell what your conversion rate is. How many of you guys know what your conversion rate is?
It depends on what area. Like if it's a online lead, or if it's a referral from another client lead, or is it just from a field trip lead? So it's different leads that we measure our conversion rate on.
Very good. So your conversion rate is based on like Andre said, it's based on the activities, right? So Andre, I'll take yours for example. So when you're having your field trip, you're going to take however many people that you reached, right? How many people showed up versus how many people you're working with, and that's your conversion rate. The objective of your field trip is for you to track it and to monitor. So how do I do that? One, I got to have a registration. Two, I got to know how many people I touched and I reached by online leads, right? Because when I make a marketing material, a lot of you guys are creating Facebook posts, but you don't know the analytics behind it. You'll boost a post on your Facebook page where you're like, oh yeah, I boosted it, but I didn't get anything from it because you don't manage the analytics. Half of you still have a Gmail email address, which means you cannot monitor your analytics. You should have a MailChimp email so that you can look in the back and see how many people opened it. This helps you save some money, right? So if Andre had a field trip and he made a video, a targeted ad, he can tell how many people he reached in that video. It'll say he reached 1,000 people. 1,000 people opened it, right? Then if he sets up an RSVP, he can see how many people actually RSVP versus how many people opened the email, the advertisement. And then he has his registration. So he takes all three of those numbers. How many people opened the advertisement versus how many people actually registered versus how many people actually showed up, and that's his conversion rate. Now, what do you think that would do for you, Andre, if you monitored all of that
On just a field trip.
on just a field trip? If you did all three things that I just said, what do you think it would do for you?
So we out of those three things, we actually doing two of those, right? So we RSVP the last field trip. We verify what are they looking to learn, and then we had a feedback, right? So and I want to say this, right? I've been at CR Elite going on 2 years now, and I'm only operating maybe 35-40% of what they're teaching me. I kind of graduated a little bit, right? Here's the thing: if we operate just a small amount, little by little, as you grow and increase, your numbers get better. So this whole tracking system, I got it from Sierra Elite, right? The RSVP, feedback, figuring out why are they there, figuring out how I can help them. So by doing that on the last field trip we did, was the first time we ever did it, we was able to track that out of the amount of people that came, we were in the process of helping 15 of them either buy, sell, or look for land so they can build.
So how many people RSVP?
We had 130 people.
Okay. So if you had 130 people and you're working with 15, let me show you how you can manipulate this and you never have to worry again, right? So what is your goal? How many people do you want to help? How many people from every field trip will help you reach your goal at the end of the year? How many people do you need to convert?
That's a great question, because my goal this year is going to be different from my goal next year. But so my goal this year is to hit 30 million in transaction, like from buying land, helping people build, sell, buy, $30 million in transactions.
Okay, so if you need to do 30 million, what's your average price range?
My average price range has increased. Last year it was around 200,000. This year it's 315.
315, right? So so you need to do 95 transactions at 315 in order to reach 30 million, right? So if you need to do 95 transactions, that means you need to have 7 people from every field trip. So technically, this field trip doubles your numbers. So if you do just what you did right now for the next 7 months, you're going to meet your 30 million goal. Simple. That's what coaches do. That's it. You just got to keep doing the same thing. So my job is to monitor if you're doing what you're doing, if you're doing enough of it, or you're not doing enough of it, or if you're doing too much of the wrong thing. That's what coaches do. So that's what happens in your coaching sessions when you come to me and you're trying to make sure that you're on target for your goals. It's my job to monitor it. It's my job to give you the tools to be able to do it. So yes, I'm gonna teach you exactly what to do. The simple things of running an ad, making a video, and using analytics will help you get past sitting in an office for 6 months trying to figure out what to do next. And that's what a lot of real estate agents do. They sit in their offices at their brokerages and they try to figure out what am I supposed to be doing next because nobody's telling me. And that's why it's super, super important to hire a coach.
And let me add this. This is what CR Elite does. CR Elite will elevate you, take you to the next level with the leadership of Ravon and Janelle, and challenge you to become a better agent and think outside the box. When I came, I had no systems. When I came, I implemented LLC, a structure for the logo, getting everything documented to where no one can steal my logo or my information or even use it, right? All of that I learned within my first year here. So I would say having an educated brokerage is very important too, to where you're going to come and learn and grow and develop and get challenged by the other agents who's around you. Very important to be in the room of success.
That is right. It's always good to be in the right room, right? But you gotta. I'm having these conversations with you guys, and the more you contribute to this conversation, the more you're gonna learn. Because you also need to challenge the person who's educating you, right? If Andre did not grow his numbers, then that means really I don't know what I'm doing. So you have to challenge that person. You have to tell that person what you need. One of my agents called me yesterday, and she was like, "I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing." So that's a challenge for me. I need you to know why you're doing what you're doing. I need to make it make sense because you don't want to pay for something too long and it doesn't make sense to you. So you got to know the reason this conversation is today is you need to know what you need. The simple exercise that me and Andre just did, I can help him understand and help you guys do the same thing. It's simple. Just monitoring your numbers. That's what Coach does. What did we do? What were our results? Because a lot of you guys are boosting ads. Y'all are paying for Facebook marketing. Y'all are posting on social media, and it's not getting a return, and you're saying real estate doesn't work. No, that system that you're using doesn't work, if that makes sense. So, what do you guys need in your business to grow? Like, how many of you guys just need directions? You need systems. But it sounds like to me, unless I'm making a mistake, nobody's working. So what are we doing every day as a real estate agent? How many of you guys know what to do and just not doing it versus the ones that don't know what to do at all?
I'm all of the above. I'm deep. All of the above. Shit. I don't
Some
know.
days I'm doing it, and some days I'm not. I'm not being consistent like I should be.
So, true. But let me just tell you with 10%. So Andre made a point. He said, I'm only doing about 25% of what I'm being taught to do, right? And this is our environment, at our environment. Shell says I'm all of the above. I'm doing a little sales. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I understand what I'm supposed to do, and then I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. She happens to be one of my private coaching clients, right? But with doing a little bit, just doing a small amount, how many deals have you closed, Shell?
4. Four, one, two,
Yeah.
three,
You
four.
closed four, and you've only been a real estate agent a year, right?
It's going. It'll be a year in July.
A year in July, right? So we're already
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
point where we're breaking the statistic, even with not knowing anything, but just doing something every single day. That's the point I'm trying to prove. That's when you hire somebody, when you get, she's on this app every morning, no matter what I'm saying. I even watch who watches my replays. When she doesn't understand something, she go back and she play the replays. So we gotta do some movement, guys. Now, I know you may be afraid to talk, but today not the day not to be afraid. How many people are working, or how many people are so confused they don't know what to do?
I honestly have my days where I feel like that. Like I feel like I'm being productive, and then some days I'll be like, "Oh, what am I doing? Or how do I do this?" So I can definitely say myself.
So that's it. One thing I want to tell you guys is when you're interviewing a coach, you need to ask them what has been their success, right? What has been their success with other real estate agents? How have they been able to take them from A to Z? So who was that just a second ago? Chevette, that was you?
Yes, ma'am.
So a little bit, she just came to us and she's working, right? But if once she gets to the point where she can really nail down the daily activities that she should do, she's gonna regularly be great. So if you don't mind, Chevette, I want you to role play with me, right? Now you're at the point where you can hire a coach. I want you to ask me the question you would ask me if you were going to hire me today.
I would definitely ask.
Wait, we're gonna role play. You gonna ask me?
Okay, 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 okay.
Okay. So you call me. I'm the coach, and you're gonna hire me. I want the other agents to see what it takes for one to hire a coach and what you really need. So let's have that conversation. You can ask me anything. I should know the answers if I'm a real estate coach. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Ring ring.
Hi, my speak to Janelle.
This is she.
Hi, Janelle. How you doing? My name is Chevette, and I was calling because I need to hire a coach, and I'm needing some guidance. This is year two for me, and feel like I'm all over the place. I have no organization, and some days I just feel lost.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your business from the last 2 years. How many deals did you close your first year?
My first year, I actually closed 4 deals.
Okay, that's good. So with those 4 deals, where did they come from?
Word of mouth. One of them, I actually went to a friend baby shower, and her mom was looking to purchase a house, and the other three came from like word of mouth when I was working in the pharmacy. It was kind of like some of my old coworkers.
Okay. Now this year, how many deals have you closed?
This year, I closed 1 deal so far.
Okay, so we're in second quarter. You closed 1 deal. Do you mind me asking what are your goals for this year?
My goal this year is at least to do 10 transactions, well, sell 10 homes.
Okay, so why is that number important to you? What would selling 10 homes do for you?
It would definitely boost my confidence and, you know, tell myself I can do it, but well, if that makes sense. Like, basically, not. Well, I want to be hard on myself. So I was like, I don't want to start off with like a crazy number. I want to kind of take baby steps to get the knowledge and to grow and things of that nature.
Okay, so let's talk about that statement that you just made. A lot of hesitation is I want it to make sense. I want to take baby steps, and I don't want to overwhelm myself. So where is the fear coming from?
The fear is coming from, I guess, rejection. Kind of like I know I can do it, but sometimes I'll be like, okay, if I do this, and what if this person say that? So I guess my biggest fear is like rejection instead of taking that rejection and learning from it, if that makes sense.
Mhm. It does make sense. But what I want to tell you is that right now I want you to wrap your mind around that I need to talk to enough people to reach whatever dream I'm having so that I can make those deals come true. Everybody is not going to work with me, but I'm going to talk to enough people to work with me. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me what your daily activities are like. What do you do as a real estate agent?
Well, I get up every day. I go to the office and try to do smile and dial. Most of the times I'm unsuccessful because the people, they don't answer the phone. So when they don't answer the phone, I basically add them to the KV core system. If I go somewhere, like whether it's out to eat or to get gas, I'm always leaving my business card. Or if I see somebody, I'm always communicating with people and passing out my business card. But I feel like I could do more.
Okay. So if you could dream and you could have the life that you want, and we could design it any way you want, how many real estate deals would make you feel successful?
Whew. I'll say starting off at least 20 deals a year. That'll make me feel like, I'm doing something and to make me elevate to the next level. Or
Okay.
to
So
help
I
me
like to
elevate
put
to the next level.
okay. So I like to put things to numbers, right? So give me the prices of the last three houses you sold.
The house I sold in January, it was 282. The house before that was 235. I sold some land for like 60,000, and then my very first house was like 154.
Okay. So your average price range is $223,000, right? And so
Yes,
the
ma'am.
commission on each one of those is $6,700. So if you sold 20 houses at $6,700, you will have $134,000. Would that make your dreams come true?
Uh, yeah, but eventually I want to sell more, like, you know, $1 million homes. But starting off, I would say that'll be comfortable. Yes, ma'am.
So why not start at more? Let's start at more. So you want to make more. How much money do you want to make?
Want to be a millionaire.
Okay. So in your 1 year goal, how much money would be awesome for you in 1 year?
In 1 year, I'll say maybe 500,000.
Okay. So I want you. We're gonna work on your mindset. I want you to be really, really comfortable with this number, right? So let me just take those same numbers and do 500,000. And hold on just a second. You have to sell 74 houses to make $500,000. So that means that you need to do 6 deals a month. Do you have the capability and the mindset and the effort to do 6 deals a month? If I told you the steps and what you needed to do on an everyday basis.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what my job is to do is to give you the steps that you're supposed to do. This is going to be your everyday action. So I'm going to give you 8 hours of activity that you're supposed to do. I'm going to give you all of the systems to set up and tell you exactly how to be prepared to be a real estate agent. So we're going to build a foundation, and then we're going to market it to the world, and then we're going to grow it every day. So your job is to meet new people on a high number every single day and have at least 100 real estate conversations. Do you think you can do that?
I know I could do that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let me tell you how coaching works. We have a 45-minute conversation once a week. We can do it online or we can do it in person. You will have all of your systems. You will have your marketing set up. And then at the end, we monitor your business on a 30-day basis. You can sign a 3-month contract or you can sign a 6-month contract. Are you willing to invest in your business today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So coaching is $1,500 a month. Could you afford to pay $1,500 a month for the next 6 months without hesitation? Answer. You can just answer whichever way you want to. You can say yes
No,
or no.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. All right. So here's what I would tell you to do. I would tell you, do you have $1,500 that you could pay for the next 90 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I would do is I would invest the first $1,500. If I cannot help you make your investment back in the next 90 days, then you don't have to continue. Does that sound like a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to invest in yourself, and it's going to take more than the $1,500 investment that you're making in your coaching. You're going to have to be able to invest in some systems, and you're going to have to be able to invest in your marketing because it's going to take money in order for you to grow your business. There is some organic things that we can do for you to make your first $1,500, right? I can teach you how to spend less than $100 a month and make $10,000 a month. But eventually, you're going to have to invest more in your business. Are you prepared to do that?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay. So this is one. I'm going to send you some literature. I'm going to send you some information, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get started next week. Does that sound like a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's how I got called. Thank you, Shabbat, for role playing with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Right now, a coach is supposed to be able to take you to the next level. They should be able to give you your systems. They should be able to give you your marketing, and they should be able to have conversations with you. But most of it's accountability. If you notice, her mindset changed through our conversation. So she went from selling 10 houses to 72 houses because most of y'all are in your own way. There's no difference between the person who's selling 100 houses right now and the person who's selling one. The effort and the knowledge and the systems is what's keeping you guys from being able to do it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That's the only thing. Just do it.
Just do it, right? It's the knowledge, the systems, and everything that we have. We buy nice cars, we buy nice clothes, right? We want to always stand out in the difference. We buy nice hair, we buy nice shoes, we buy nice everything. And if you want it and you want the quality, it costs money. But the last thing we want to do is invest in ourselves.
Janelle, to add with that, we have to be consistent. I'm talking about if you get into debate with your wife or husband, be consistent. If you just gave your son or daughter a whooping the night before, be consistent, right? If you miss out on the deal, be consistent. If a deal fell through, be consistent. If you lost an opportunity, be consistent. Through the challenges times and the good times, the winners are consistent when implementing the strategy Janelle is talking about. That's what separates the winners from the people who's not producing. Through it all, consistency will create opportunities like never before.
Yeah, so that's like the advanced version of this conversation because that's what we don't want to hear as real estate agents. And I'm gonna tell you that's the secret to the sauce. We don't want to inconvenience ourselves. A lot of us on this phone got into real estate because we wanted convenience and more time. And unfortunately, that is not what success in real estate is about. Getting in real estate is spending more time in your business. It's not having more free time. I have agents who tell me I'm not working on the weekend. Well, you're not gonna make any money in this business. So you got to be committed to working this business, even if you got a job to 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. You got to be committed to getting up earlier and buying yourself some time. You got to be committed to walk and talk to people when your feet hurt. When you got to put your flip flops on. You got to be willing to leave your house uncocked because you had an argument with your husband. I have to be able to justify the arguments with my husband because I need to bring the money home. So I got to work and I got to stay at work and I got to come 6 days a week and I got to do this and I got to do that. I got to do it by all means possible. If that's the mentality that you have, you're going to sell real estate. But if you're in this and you want it to work according to how you work, it's not going to work for you. Consistency is the thing. We're not going to have more time. This is not the time to go to your kids' school program. This is not unless you have a system in place and you're making the money and you're reaching your goals. That's what you congratulate yourself with. But if you've been in real estate 90 days, right now you should be working with someone. How many people are just now on this call just got your real estate license? You've been in real estate less than 6 months.
Me,
Say your name. Who is me?
Elsie.
It's Elsie, right? So Elsie, though, you're working with somebody, right? In 6 months, you're working with someone.
Yes, I'm working with patients. And I'm working.
What is your
My brokerage.
I mean, as no, I mean your client. Like, what you have a client, right? You just wrote
Yes,
a contract.
yes. I just executed a contract.
So for the people who didn't speak up, but maybe they've been in real estate less than 6 months, how did you? What is your everyday like?
You talking to me, Janelle?
Mhm.
Oh, my everyday is, I mean, getting up, talking to clients, getting out. I just get out there and do what I do. I go show houses. I'm trying to come to the office. I'm trying to get to Janelle for coaching. It's a lot that I'm trying to do to get where I need to be.
So in 6 months, you have one person you working with, right? And it's
Yes.
just be real transparent. Nobody knows who you are, right? Except Casey. How much of your day do you really commit to real estate activities?
Well, right now, pretty much all day because I feel like I'm all over the place. So
Okay,
I'm really
so
trying to figure it out.
no problem. Now, how many of you guys been in real estate over a year and haven't closed anything? You don't have to say your name, just say I. So, how many of you guys been in real estate in a year and you've closed 5 deals or more?
Uh,
Right.
Hi. Hi.
Who is that? Those
It's
some goats
Benitra.
in the building. Who is that?
Yeah, that's Benitra kicking butt right now.
Yeah,
So,
that's not
Benitra,
normal.
that's not normal, right? So, Elsie has been in business for 6 months and she's got one closing, right? Benitra, how many did you do in your first year?
my first year, I did lease. I just did lease. I didn't do any closings. It was just going. The first year. Okay, this is weird. I'm going into my second year, or like 4 or 5. I don't know. 5. I don't know. I don't know how to measure the years, y'all.
It's okay, but how many deals? So, how many leases did you do?
My first year. So when I first got my license, like I got a lease like within a month. And then, I had to do my mental pause, and then I started going back, and then I started doing a couple of more leases. Then I was like, nah, I need to get a buyer. Then when I got my buyers, I just started getting them. They just start following in line. But I always say I'm an advocate with saying when I stop doing it like when I stop treating my business like a hobby, that's when it start falling into place. Like I really take it serious now. So the deals are
And
coming.
how many hours do you spend in real estate every day?
I want to say I do 8, but it could be less than 8. I know when I start pouring more, then it's gonna be more. So it is like being consistent and then putting the work in.
So, the point I'm trying to prove is it doesn't take a lot of effort to do real estate. It takes consistency over a period of time. Elsie says she got one deal in 6 months, but that's because every day she get up and she do something. Renidra said she did 5 because it means every day she's getting up and she's doing something. So if you're not closing at least one and you're not working with anyone, that's because we get up and we say we have a real estate license, but we're not doing nothing at all. So let's go to Andre. Andre, you work a full-time job, right? How many hours you work every day?
12 hours.
So you work 12 hours a day. How many deals you closed last year? How many numbers?
Okay, so I did 107 deals, 13.6 million. I think it was a little bit more when I was talking to Ravon, but 13.6 million last year.
Yeah, I think the numbers came out to like 14.3, something like that. But okay, so you did 107 deals with a full-time job.
Yeah, and you know what? I really don't promote that I have a job. Most people don't even know because I would not give my job that type of uh, opportunity to let them shine. And excuses. I don't want anybody to use. So when people start trying to use excuses with me, then that's when I upload on. Okay, you have a full time job? Yeah. You have kids? Yeah. You have a wife? Yeah. What's your reason for not producing then? Because I have the same thing.
So can you give a person an example of your day? What does your day look like? You get off
So
work. What do you do?
yeah. So okay. So on the days that I'm working day shift. I go in from 5 to 5, 5 in the morning. Get off at 5. Get up with Diamond. Figure out where we stand. Get up with Ashley on our flips. Figure out where we stand. And then depends if I get off in time. I pick up the kids from school, bring them home. We're taking them to Walmart so they can run down aisle 6, 7, and 8. Uh, then bring them and bring them home. And then when the sun go down, take a walk with the kids, spend some time with the wife, and then do that on my work days. If I'm off, get up in the morning at the gym, drop the kids off at school in the morning, and then I'm out looking at the dealing with our new construction, dealing with our flips, and then dealing with our clients who's looking to sell, buy, and yeah, that's what my days consist of when I'm working and when I'm not working.
I think you missed out
So
a lot of stuff, Andre.
Huh?
I think you left out a whole lot of stuff. You left out the
Yeah, I
100
did.
and some transactions.
Yeah, yeah. So we have 20 rentals. Um, we're doing 9 flips. We build in the process of building 20 townhomes. And I think the most thing that people have to understand, I'm married with kids. That's challenging alone, right? Because you have to challenge your time you spend with them, the time you spend on the business, and then the time you spend with your wife, right? So it's a lot, guys. I don't harp on it because it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. If
so
I'm not going to use it as an excuse, no one else should use it as an excuse.
so this is one pet peeve that I have when people put together motivational things and conversations like this is that they don't tell the real. They don't tell the secret. So you've been doing that was last year. The year before that, what was your day like? Like, and how many deals did you close the year before that?
So before I came to Sierra Elite, I did 4 million, but I was doing everything. I was a transaction coordinator. I was showing houses. I was helping people buy houses. I was and putting it in the system to list, taking it out the system. Um, Wife, kids, working. I had no systems. I had no marketing. I was just trying to figure it out, and I did 4 million. Zero systems. I was doing everything right, and so when I implemented 20%, when I came over to CRA Elite, it took the business the same thing I've been doing, but added structure, coaching, organization. It took it to 14.4 million in one year, just
Right.
imparting the information I'm learning from Janelle and Rayvon.
So what I'm saying is, before you came to us, before you decided to switch brokerages, they need to know how to get to 4 million. Because how many people on this phone closed 4 million last year?
I'm
So what mindset and structure does it take to do 4 million in business? By the way, 4 million in business is probably what, 30 transactions.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Here's
that's
the secret sauce, everyone. Make sure you got your pen and paper out. If you're recording, hit this replay over and over again. Consistency. I got up every morning. I'm talking to someone about real estate. I'm meeting new people and let them know why I should be their agent every single day. Every single day. Every single day. I didn't take a day off. I still don't. I'm talking to someone about real estate, how I can help them sell their project, how to help them buy the house, why they should use me, why I'm the knowledgeable one, sharing information, sewing. My first year, I did one deal. My second year, I did three, but I was consistent. I was letting people know who I was consistently. When I had that one deal, I was telling people about me, how I can help them. And you are consistent and continue to do what you need to do, the numbers will come. You have to get in front of people. You have to talk to people about real estate. That's the secret sauce, everyone.
So
That's the secret
that was
sauce.
my whole, yeah, that was my whole point. Is what I'm saying is if you're in a position right now where you're not selling real estate, you're not selling a lot of real estate, and you do not know what you need to do. Even if you cannot afford to hire a coach, you cannot afford not to if this is going to be your career of choice. It does not necessarily have to be me. It could be someone in your office that's a coach. It could be Brian Buffini. It could be Tom Ferry. It could be Joshua Smith. There's a lot of coaches out there. But if you guys do not figure out the secret sauce, do not figure out the systems, the dreams that you have about being a real estate agent will not come to realization. It's about having that person in your life to tell you that this is bullshit. You gotta do more. I know that cursed. I apologize. But that's the conversations that I really have to have with people sometimes is that this is not enough. We're not doing enough. We have to do more. And we have to track what we're doing. Because a lot of real estate agents spend years going in circles trying to figure out what works. I'm going to tell you what works. This is what you have to do. There's no secrets to this. There's no secrets to sales. This is what works. Just do it. If you're not getting any results, it's because you're not doing it. There is no easy way out. There is no, you cannot buy this. You cannot subscribe to this. You got to have the hustle in you. Now, can you get there faster with a coach? Absolutely. But what a coach cannot do is they cannot give you the numbers. They cannot promise you that you're going to make a lot of money because without the effort, it won't work. But hopefully that conversation that me and Shabir have at least helps you understand if you're talking to the right coach. The right coach has the systems, the right coach has the marketing, and the right coach has the steps. And they're going to hold you highly accountable. That's the part that we don't like. What did you do today? You cannot let life happen to you every single day. Well, I had to go get my kids from school, and I had to go do this, and I had to go do that. You cannot let life happen to you if you want to be successful in this business. If you notice, every time you hear somebody talk about success, they talk about how hard their life was. Because it has to happen that way in order to reach the goals that you guys want to reach. You cannot hang out and kick it all day and think that you're going to be able to sell real estate. It doesn't work that way. And when Benitra started working with me, when she realized that, okay, I can turn these daily activities that I'm doing and make it a little bit more productive by talking to people, she went from closing one deal and doing a bunch of leases to now she has 7 people, Benitra, under contract, and she just took her first listing, sold it, right? Another thing I want you guys to realize is that real estate is going to get harder. It's going to go back to the real real estate. Everybody that was buying won't be able to buy no more. Buying power is going down. So now we have to really have some skills to switch people over to actually being able to buy real estate. You have to evaluate your business to make sure that you're talking to the right people. Because if your client base is 200,000 below, that means they drop down about 50 grand when the interest rates rise. Their buying power is going down.
Janelle, I agree. I have one client that I guess. Good morning, everybody. I have one
Good morning.
client that's approved for 190. I can't find her anything. I have another client that's approved for 240. I am having such a hard time finding them anything and trying to keep them from being discouraged.
Well, I
Yeah.
would say this. Here's the thing: you can find them something, but you're gonna have a conversation with them on where this
The
home is located.
location. Yeah. It's the location because it is some in that price range. I seen some in 175. But yeah, they have to be open to not being in their desired area.
Are they
Not
move-in ready homes? Not something that they
No,
got to
no,
put more
not
money into.
no. They're FHA approved, but it's just the area that they have to be open to move to.
What's the area?
So the ones I have, I even have some 175 and 77388. I'll send it to you, Giselle.
Please send it to me. Thank you.
Hmm. You're welcome.
what the joy in Giselle's voice.
Because it's been a long time I've been out here searching.
Yes. So I mean, that's another thing, right? We have to use the power that's within us, right? We have to speak out and tell people that we actually need help. A lot of real estate agents sit and wait for a really long time because they don't know how to tell someone that they don't know what they're doing. I'm very unashamed that I don't know. I ask a lot of questions, and I get feedback all the time, like, "Oh, you ask so many questions." So that's how I know something. I have to ask questions. I got to be able to put myself out there. I don't know everything. I just need to figure out the people who do know it so I can know it a lot faster. That's it. And that's all. We cannot sit back and wait to produce. If we don't ask questions, we don't raise our hand because we don't know anything, we will be lost for a really, really long time, guys. That's all we had. That's simple. Like, that's a simple fix. Send it to her so she can get her clients in. But that client base right there is going to work you to death. So how do you guys keep up with the marketing stats of your cities? Like, do you keep up with what's going on in the market? How are you educating yourself? Because education is a weapon. It's a tool in your toolbox. Do you guys even know the average price range in your area? Do you know the supply in the area in which you work? Because every area is not a seller's market. Do you guys even know how to determine that?
Next boot camp class.
Doing
So
your homework.
when you do right, okay, do your homework and know what the monthly supply is. So if the monthly supply is less than 90 days, then it's a seller's market. If you have anywhere between 3 months to 6 months worth of supply, you're in a balanced market. If you have over 6 months in supply, then you have a buy. I mean, it's a balanced market. If you have over 6 months, it's a buyer's market. So the way I determine that is, you can go to market reports in your MLS and just do the last 30 days of supply. It will tell you how many houses we have sitting on the area in which the area that you work. Because I may be in Magnolia and it's in a buyer's market, right? There's a bunch of supply there. But I could be in Third Ward and but it's only a 1 month of supply of houses that's available. That means that I'm in a buyer's market in Magnolia, but I'm in a seller's market in Third Ward. All the areas are not the same. When you hear that we're in the seller's market on the news, that's just something that they're saying. All areas are not in the seller's market. Believe it or not, when we had a crash in 2010, Dallas Fort Worth never saw a crash. Our numbers really did not go down. Right now, you make more money in Fort Worth and Dallas than you do here in Houston. The prices are extremely high, and the supply is less than a month. In Houston, is 1.2. So we got a month and a half of supply here in Houston. There is no supply in DFW. So you got to be able to do your homework because you have a real estate license that you can sell real estate in the state of Texas if you're geographically competent. So you got to go where the numbers are. If the average price range that's selling is 374,000, you need to be talking to people in careers who make enough money to afford that. So they need to be making at least $100,000 to $175,000 a year, and that's with good debt to income ratio. That could be combined in incomes in families, right? So two people in a household could be making a combined income of $150,000 to $175,000 with good debt to income ratio and buy a $300,000 house. So now you need to research and see what careers make that kind of money. And then you can sell them a house. You make $65,000 and buy a $200,000 house with good debt to income ratio. So what careers do make that kind of money? And then you need to research the 5 closest people to you and the people that you're actually talking to. Because you could be spending a whole day talking to people who cannot even afford the product that you're selling. I hope that helps. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yeah, that makes a
It
lot of
does.
sense. It's
So
almost
as
like target marketing. Instead of just going around talking to any and everybody, you have a intentful conversation and intentful reason to talk to that person.
So I'm glad that you said that, AK. So you just got your coaching, right? That's what the coach job is to do, is to make it intent. Every real estate agent should have a target audience. Every real estate agent in CRA League better have a target audience. I teach that all the time. You do not talk to the masses because the masses cannot buy your product. You have to streamline your business. We have to talk to the people who will be able to perform. Or you will say, I'm doing all of that you're telling me to do, Janelle. I'm talking to 100 people today. Yeah, but if you're going into Walmart talking to 100 people today, they can afford Walmart. May not can afford a house. That's why it's not smart to stand outside of Walmart handing out your business card. But it is smart to go to a technology networking event and talk to 10 people. Why? Because tech people make 6 figures. So if the price range in your farm area, in the area in which you sell houses, is $350,000, you have to talk to people who can afford a $350,000 house. That's why those posts that you make on Facebook that says, "Do you like this bathroom or that bathroom? Don't sell houses." Is because just because I like it, don't mean I can afford it.
Well, you just told me.
So Janelle, where can we get like how do we figure out the ratio or the numbers or something like that? So like someone that makes 350,000 a year. So what's their price range on their home? Because I thought it
It's
depended on
very,
like your debt to income ratio, but I guess on the average, what would be their price range? I mean, not three
the
hundred
first,
fifty thousand. If they make $80,000 a year, what's their price range?
they're in the high twos. You gotta. The best thing to do is ask a mortgage person. I was talking to
Okay,
Tanisha was on here first, so I was gonna get her to answer. But a mortgage lender will be able to tell you how much that range is, and
got you.
what the debt to income ratio needs to be, right? So that's all a factor. But if I met somebody, to be real honest, if I met someone who made the income and they got a debt to income ratio, we can still work together because I can help you get rid of some of the debt, right? So if I know that there's a loan program out there that doesn't use debt to income ratio on doctors and nurses, I should just be targeting as to doctors and nurses, right? That's who I should be talking to because their debt to income ratio don't matter for their loan program. And I know they make the income to buy the house. So why would I be talking to people that's every day walking up and down the street when I know there's a program out here right now where the doctor's program will not use their debt to income against them? That's like, it don't matter what's on there. They don't use their student loans against them, none of that. And I know they make the money. Why don't I see y'all walking up and down hospital hallways and going and standing and putting booths in front of the hospital at the children's hospital where you see people walking in and they have booths right there? I should see a bunch of real estate agents doing that. I should see a bunch of ads from you guys telling doctors and nurses that you can help them. But what I keep seeing is bathrooms and backyards. Let's think about it.
How much did that just cost us?
Free 99, right? That's free 99,
Now
right?
that now that
And
now that's real. That's definitely hit home with me. It's almost like you was looking at my social media ads while you was talking. So I appreciate that. That helped out a lot.
I promise
You
I wasn't
preaching
at that.
today, Jeanette.
I was not looking at y'all ass. I'm telling you what I see in the market and being in this business for 20 years. I've seen it all, and I know what works. And my job is to keep you from doing the same thing and expecting different results because that's the definition of insanity. So I say just take this little bit of information right here. It should change your trajectory of your business. You should go out and be able to get two or three more deals because you're on the right path that's going to lead to results. That's what we have to realize. What path? Where is my path going? And sometimes it do hurt your feelings, but I'd rather hurt your feelings and make you rich than hurt your feelings and not hurt your feelings and babysit your thoughts and you be broke. It should hurt your feelings. If these are things that you're doing and you're not incorporating stuff in your business, you should be mad enough to get up and go to work. Because I got the cheat code. I'm willing to give it to you. But you got
Okay,
to pay me in your results.
question, Janelle. Is there something like I can give? Because that used to be my job field, pharmacy or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out, is there like a template online somewhere? Where can I find that information?
You get it from a lender. So I know two of them. Our in-house lender, she has
Uh-huh.
that program, and she'll co-market it for you. All you gotta do is send her your name, send her your information. She'll send you a flyer within less than 24 hours with your face on it.
Naisha?
Yep.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Yeah. Just reach out to Naisha. There's another lady named Patty, and I will reach out to my vendor partners. If you're not in our office or you don't know Naisha, if you have a lender that you're working with right now, call them and say, hey, do you have that doctor program? If you call a mortgage broker versus a loan officer, they can get the program. They can get any program that you have out there. The difference between a mortgage broker and a mortgage loan officer is they actually own the warehouse and the money. So ask a person when you the next time you talk to your lender partner, which should be as soon as you hang up this phone call with me, you should say, are you a mortgage broker or are you a loan officer? Do you have the doctor program? If you don't, can you get it? If not, then it's time for you to start calling other loan officers until you find one that can. Find two or three. When you're selecting your vendor partners, you always ask them, what programs do you have, and what do you know that I don't know that if I did know, it would change my business? You will be amazed at the answers that you get. So it's 9:32. Did I help you guys? Do you guys have any questions? This is a really great opportunity to ask me anything. Because what AK say for is free 99. This is a really good opportunity to pick my brain. Okay. Shannon, would you like to make your announcement?
I did have a question
Go ahead.
while I have you. So okay, so I can go out and get the people, right. I can get the people on my side, right. But it's like for people who, and I can help buyers all day long. We all can, because that's easy. It's like, okay, you got the money. Here's the house that you like. Okay, let's go to closing, right. But selling, what do I show up with a listing person that's interested in selling their home? Okay, once I got them interested in working with me, what am I supposed to show up with?
I'm glad you asked that question. Everything you need to show what I got for you. You go get the people. I got the paperwork. You
Oh,
should
okay.
when you signed up, you should have got a your buyer's representation. You have a luxury version, a regular version. You should have got your listing presentation and your pre-listing package and your marketing materials. Shannon sends that out, and I send you guys 26 documents. In those 26 documents, it will tell you exactly what to say to the seller. It's word for word. You say this, say this, say this, say this. This is how you feel this out. This is how you feel this out. This is how you feel that out. All you got to do is read it.
Okay, I don't think
And
I have that.
here's another thing for you. Here's another nugget, and free 99 for you. Look at the major players of who's listing and talk to them. It's not by coincidence that the top listing agents are listing a lot of property. It's not by coincidence. Talk to them. Ask questions. I will also say, when you talk and ask them, make sure you bring some value. All right. That's where you're gonna get the real truth. Bring some value when you start asking questions.
And
That's
if
my
you
advice for you.
And if you're afraid, Taylor, to talk to them, just do what they're doing. The roadmap is laid. One thing about real estate agents these days, because the internet is so prevalent, you see everything that they do, everything. So just do what they're doing, because if it works for them, it works for you. Any other questions? So yeah, if you guys do not have your presentations, you don't have the information, just reach out to me. I will give it to you. I will give you your presentations. I actually do have a ebook that I have put together, and it will be posted next month for you guys to know how to get your first deal in 30 days. It's free. You got to follow the reading, follow the instructions. The stuff I tell you to do will work and does work if you apply consistency and the hours and the time in. And most important, the first thing to do is change your mindset. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. You can do it all. You can have it all. You can be it all, and you can do it all if you just put the effort in. So today we're going to feed the kids at we're actually not feeding kids, but we're going to volunteer at kids meals. If you guys do not know what Kids Meals is, it is a nonprofit organization here in Houston that feeds 4,000 kids between the ages of 1 and 5 every day. And we're going to volunteer there. We volunteer there once a month, and we're going to make lunches for the kids between I think 11:30 or 12:30, or one of those 11:30 I think it is. So
Well, 12:30 to 2:30, guys. We will be there. And if you need the link, you can email me. And then, Kayla, I'm going to reach out to you one off just to make sure that I have your email address correct.
You said me, Kayla.
yeah, she's gonna send you your information.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll send you your packet, and then reach out to Naisha. I hope this, guys, was helpful for you. I hope the role play that I did with Chevette helped you guys know what questions to ask. If you still have questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can reach me on Instagram at I am Janelle Compton. You can reach me by email at Janelle at creliterealty.com. You can also call me at 817-703 9305. If you forget my phone number, it is on my Facebook group. My phone number is not private, it's public. And I would love to help you guys grow your business. Reach out to me. Take advantage of the 30-minute discovery call. It's free in order for me to help you grow your business. If you don't reach out to me, reach out to a coach. I promise you it makes a difference. You will increase your numbers, you will increase your knowledge, and your mindset will change. If nothing else, you will get the consistency, you will get the schedule, and you will know what works. If you guys don't have anything else, I will see you tomorrow, and we'll be talking about picking the right brokerage. All right, have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Yep.
you. Bye bye.
You're welcome. You guys have a great day.